Okay, so I have a primed figure here. And what I want to do is I want to start putting on the base color of the uniform, which is it's called English uniform right here, and this is a Vallejo paint. So the idea is with acrylics, you're going to put on glazes. You're not going to put like a straight coat of color on solid. What we're going to do is we're going to glaze, and I'm going to take this English uniform color and put it in a little bit into my palette. Then I'm going to take some glaze medium by Vallejo, which helps the paint glaze over the figure. I'll put a couple drops of that in. Then I'll put a few drops of water in here. And I will get myself a little paint mixer, which is basically a stick, a popsicle stick. And we'll mix this all up. And you notice, the idea is to mix it down so that it's very watery the first time. I'm going to put even more water in here. And you'll get a feel for it. I mean, you have to experiment a little bit and see, how much water and glaze medium to put in. But you can see if I move it up the side there, it flows down nicely. And what I'll do is I'm going to take a brush. I'll pick a nice thick brush. And what I'm going to do with this figure is I'm going to paint this green on so that it flows down into the creases and deep areas of the uniform. And then I'll get a little bit on my brush. I think I still need a little bit of water here. Okay, so you'll notice, and if Steve gets in tight here, when I put this on, you'll see that the green, I'll get a little more here. This takes a little experimentation to get used to it, but if I paint the green on, get a little more water here. So you got to get it just right. So that I paint this green over the uniform. And if you get in tight, you'll notice that the green is flowing down into the crease areas of the uniform. It still looks kind of gray. It doesn't look solid. It's not supposed to. So I'll paint the whole uniform like this. And it'll give me a really good idea of where the highlights and the shadows fall on this uniform. And then we'll build those up with glazes of green and dark burnt umber into the shadow areas. That's the idea of putting the base coat on, is to put it on really thin so that the paint flows down into the crease areas and the shadow areas, and you'll be able to see and interpret where they are.